And you're in.
Last week, Joshua Darnell commanded victory with a dominating performance in the opening round in Sonoma. Does Iowa have calamity in store for us? Will we see a new winner, or will another dominant season unfold yet again? We'll find out together tonight. Round 2 in Iowa is next, live on ASN. Our venue for this evening is the virtual Iowa Raceway's Rallycross configuration. Opened in 2006, North American Simulated Auto Racing started visiting this circuit in 2018B. Located in Newton, Iowa, the Rallycross layout is a 0.66 mile course with 9 corners. The track features a double left-hander after the jump, which proves difficult for drivers funneling in through the opening lap. The Joker merge here is fast and carries a significant gap delta, so we'll watch this closely tonight, especially since first lap jokers are allowed. In NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. We're finishing opening practice now, which leads us to a 3-lap single car qualifying that splits the field equally into 5-lap heat races, with the Joker lap taken once. The top 2 transfer to the feature automatically, and the winner gets 3 bonus points, and the runner-up gets 2. The rest of our drivers will be sent to the semifinals, also 5 laps with 1 Joker lap. The top 2 transfer to the feature here, and the winners receive a bonus point. This sets the grid for our 10-lap feature race, where the points are awarded and trophies are handed out. And unique to NASA Rallycross, 2 jokers are taken during the feature, and the top 3 drivers from this evening's final will be granted an entry into Saturday's supercar race with our bigger field. This sets the 20th season of NASA Rallycross Contenders continues tonight, live on the Automotive Sports Network with Bryan Sawyer in the production truck, and also next to me in the commentary box tonight. My name is Justin Robichaud as we welcome you to virtual Newton, Iowa. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much, Rob Hartland, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras all season on ASN are brought to you by Whiplash Simcams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. Thanks so much, Andrew Cardinelli, for your camera support. They look so great. These drone cams are fantastic. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World Feed was produced by Alex Abetti. Bryan, last week was a great start to this season. Got a tricky one tonight. Surviving lap 1 may be pivotal in winning in the race. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, hey Justin, how you doing? Yeah, last week was great. We had a lot of close battles. Hoping for more of that this week. The field is looking pretty nice and tight together. I see a lot of 37s, couple 36s, so it's gonna be nice and quick.
Joshua Darnell just narrowly ahead in practice here by about 4/10, give or take, ahead of Zachary Goddard. Matthew Grove just slightly in tow here, just a 10th down. But yeah, from then on, it's a 37-second show all the way pretty near to the back, with the last 2 sitting into that 40-second bracket. So it's going to be great racing in this middle pack. Expect these second, third positions in these heats to be super tight and very, very close. This track will keep drivers incredibly modest tonight. That hairpin is very humbling. You got to get really, really slowed down. It's very easy to get overzealous. And the hairpin at the end of this track as well, that kind of zigzags out into a jump. You need to nail it perfectly to get a great exit off of this jump, or you're going to be in trouble for this double left-hander that they sweep through at the start. And in the middle of the course, so quick, very easy to get loose, especially in these Subarus. I think the Fords and Volkswagens, if there are any of those here tonight, maybe a couple, will have a little bit of an advantage with that shorter wheelbase, and they'll get those cars turned a little bit easier. Those Subaru drivers may struggle a little bit, so we'll look at our setup to see who, well, let's fix setup here, sorry, in our Contenders. So
our lone
maybe
Ford
who
driver,
has a good grasp of that car.
I believe he's our lone Ford driver, Darnell, on top right now.
Wow. So there you go. Joshua Darnell, already a skillful driver here, and I think he's just he's going to benefit a little bit from that platform. But Jokers tonight, Bryan, that's going to be a good one as well to watch. They're very quick. I don't remember the delta here. I want to say it's like...
it's like 11, 12 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. It's pretty crazy. You cut quite a bit of that course. You dart the whole infield, essentially. And it's not typically a problem here. Merging, the Joker entry is quite wide to the outside. You can see it on the top of our screen here. You kind of fly over the top of everyone. As long as drivers stay to the inside in that hairpin and don't abuse track limits on the outside too much, shouldn't be too many problems there. As it looks like we're going to finish up practice here and jump into qualifying very soon. So we're going to get some fresh dirt out on the course for everybody. And get things rolling. So, Darnell still ahead out of practice. We are going to see very quickly what is going to happen as qualifying rolls out. I'm seeing Joshua Darnell firing out there immediately. It looks to me like he's the first one out on course, over the jump and away. Klaus Kreutzer is our second driver out, rounding that first corner and heading out. We'll keep our eye here on Joshua Darnell as he gets his laps underway, eschewing to be our favorite here tonight in Iowa.
Surprising he didn't hit the Joker there. I mean, the first lap here doesn't count. You get one out lap to get up to full pace. Yeah,
I'm typically a fan of doing that as well. And you, if you avoid the outside, you can kind of drive not off the track, but if you can avoid a little bit of the dirt, you can save some dirt for yourself.
Yeah, I usually avoid the dirt completely in turns 1 and 2 on my little out lap because your first lap.
Yeah, you go real slow on the outside. Yeah, go really, really slow on the outside. Give yourself that inside dirt. You get a little bit more grip, ironically, as Joshua Darnell rounding out of that dirt section and entering that very intricate intersection where you're bobbing the car back and forth and weight transferring. Very, very pivotal as you enter the hairpin here. Super tight to the corner is Darnell. And riding the inside wall. This is the line you want to do. You want to keep that curve nice and tight. Dart out to the outside. Great lap here from Darnell. Good line. Gives himself enough room over the jump to hit it straight and away. Will this be his first lap? It is with a 36.487. A great benchmark here for Darnell. He's sitting at a 36.3 for reference in practice as DeFino comes in with a 36.9. Another driver entered the 36s here tonight, Bryan. So it's looking like a brawl here as our laps are starting to come in. Kreutzer with a 37.2. Goddard jumps up with a 37 flat almost to enter third position. Dethrones Kreutzer. Boyles a 37.3. Cartwright with a 37.841. Young with a 38.341. One driver in the 38 so far. It's getting interesting here at the moment as we're watching Matt Grove here.
Justin, getting this track. Driving this track quickly is like a little ballet. You got to be so smooth, very, very precise with your inputs. You don't want to be pushing too hard, getting too much wheel spin. You just want to be just exactly where you need to be at exactly the right time.
Almost never full throttle in this track, except when you're on the back straight. At least if you are, it's very rare. You are dancing, you're right, through this intersection. And the Subaru is one that you'll want to keep an eye on as well. This intersection, you're watching it right now. Oh, it's so easy to get off-centered there, off-kilt. You leave the dirt in those first couple corners almost in a slip angle. So when you get into that asphalt section, it kind of grips up the car, gives you a little bit of a jolt, and you got to keep that guy cornered straight. And the Subaru, it's known for being a boat. It's known for slinging that weight around. Let's watch Jeff Cartwright here come into this final sector, keeping it nice and tight. Rounding this corner again. Will he give himself some good room on the jump? He does. It's a great line over. A little bit of a bump. Oh, and a good swing into that first section. A great example here. Jeff Cartwright gives us a bit of a clinic on those first couple corners. But it's still Joshua Darnell with a 36.458. Sorry, with the lead. Very narrowly ahead of Zachary Goddard here with a 36.533 right on his heels. So these drivers looking to keep him honest tonight. This course, I mean, if they keep it up here, they're not going to be in the heats. They'll be meeting in the feature in a best case scenario here. But those drivers keeping it very tight. But, let's laps are almost done here. Seeing them file in. I'm just going to get
Kevin Garcia might be just finishing his last lap here.
On my end, my timing screen is blocked. There we go. I'm up. Yeah, I think everybody's pretty much rounded all of their laps there. So it's Joshua Darnell right now as a provisional leader with a 36.458. Zach Goddard in second with a 36.533. And Matt Grove jumps into third position with a 36.754 to dethrone JP DeFino with a 36.9. So top 4 in the 36s. Excellent, excellent showing from these drivers here. We've got a few minutes here left. Let's go over points, Brian, and catch up on what's going on here with our drivers. We got Joshua Darnell on top with those extra bonus points from that heat win. He sits at 28 ahead of Matt Grove at 22. And Eric Dubois is in third place. He's still clinging on, and it's a tie for 4th and 5th with JP DeFino and Ed Boyles Jr. The rest of the field, Olivia Rateau, Jake Robichaud, Kevin Garcia, Ian Fisher, and Daryl Young. Ian Fisher not here racing tonight, Brian. So one of our drivers that is not here this evening. Slaypex Racing 4, powered by TWRS, is leading our constructor standings with 50. That's a pretty sizable lead after the first week. Anything can happen, though. Saints and Sinners Racing Subaru by TWRS is in second. And then it's Slaypex Racing Subaru by TWRS with 20. That is a very heavy Team Watson Racing setups lineup at the start. That is a very, very well-oiled team right there. Mickey Esports and Feist Motorsports rounding out the top 5 with Yes 2 Motorsports, Red Beaver Racing, Turtle Motorsports, Slaypex Racing Ford, powered by TWRS, and Aura Motorsports to finalize the top 10. It's crazy here. What do we got for manufacturer? Is that we got that up there?
It's Subaru, Justin.
It's
oh no, wait, this
Subaru.
one is Ford.
No, it's
no,
Ford.
This one is Ford.
It's Ford 28.
Right.
So it's not the first time. It's not the first time, but it has been a while since we've seen a good showing from that Ford here. So the Ford sitting atop the Subaru by 8 points after round 1. We'll see if that continues tonight. Joshua Darnell basically holding a lot of those points for this manufacturer. So looking phenomenal, or a repeat there again too. So let's take a look. Some programming notes. Got a lot of stuff on the pipeline. NASA Rallycross Supercars continues this Saturday, the 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern. You're going to have Josh Mertz and Bryan Sawyer for that one. It's excellent racing. It's been phenomenal. Evan McFarlane is looking great. Kieran Leaflander, that battle is going to be great all season long. A bunch of up-and-comers moving in there. And then you've got Rallycross Futures on the 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern. You're going to have Victor Valley and Ethan Halsey for that one at Indianapolis. It's going to be a fantastic race. The lights are wicked at Indianapolis Raceway Park. That is going to be a blast. I wish I could race it, to be honest. And then Contenders is back next week on the 16th. We'll be at Lucas Oil Raceway Park as well, under the lights with these cars and Contenders, and we'll see what happens tonight and what will unfold. Remember, the rest of your schedule is down there. We're racing 3 nights a week here on ASN, 2 nights a week. Oh, no, we're 3. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. Our Thursdays got dropped off a couple weeks ago. I'm a little bit blown out, but we're Sunday, Monday, and Saturday.
I told Josh the other day. Saturday is the afternoon. It's not night, Josh.
It's jarring. It's going to be tough to get used to here at ASN as we broaden that schedule to include our East Coast drivers, our Eastern drivers, rather, over in Europe. So happy to see the showing there from all the countries over in our series. So we are.
Like Darnell just got back on track. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
but
he did.
He's
doing some more laps here. We've got. I think there's still one driver, maybe. Yeah, Joshua Darnell's just kind of stuck out there. He's running it right to the end, getting in some practice laps on a worn-in track. I mean, you can say that's good. You can say it's bad. I say it's bad. But here we go. We're gonna line up for heat number 1 here. It is Joshua Darnell, Gerald DeFino, Jake Robichaud in third, and Jeff Cartwright, Chris Lunan, Tal Bronstein. A little bit ahead of our graphics. I apologize, but they're right there for you. This is going to be wild as we start heat number 1 in Iowa. They're lighting them up. And it's green. Darnell and DeFino are neck and neck on the starting line. Darnell with a slight he's got the inside, hugs it hard. DeFino gives him lots of room, gives a bit of space to Jake Robichaud, and it's side by side over the jump. As we move into the first section, it is nice and clean. One after the other here. These drivers looking good, as it looks like it's Jake Robichaud and Gerald DeFino out on the Jokers on the first lap. I like the move. It's a good one here, Brian. Lap 1 Jokers, I'm a huge fan of that here. Both of these drivers, although now stuck behind one another, it still gives them an opportunity.
Oh, there's a great move by. Oh, he hit the curb a little too hard. I was gonna say your dad just pulled one hell of a pass, but. I'll actually disagree with you though. I'm a last lap Joker guy here. I let everybody get out of my way, and I just have 4 clean laps of just nobody in front of me. I can run as fast as I can, and then the last lap I pass whoever I pass.
It looks like Joshua Darnell bled a little bit of time there, so he hops in through his Joker and files in between Gerald DeFino and Jake Robichaud here to jump into second. So these three Jokers are down. It's on the track now as Gerald DeFino, he's getting a little bit of jitters now maybe with Joshua Darnell barreling in behind him. So it's going to be a battle on the track here as all three of these, Darnell's he's already going to the inside, gets a much smoother line through that. He is fantastic. Gets that done on the track. He could. Gerald DeFino is so shook right now. So shook, but both of these drivers close. We'll see what happens here. Both of them riding for TWRS as DeFino gets a little bit loose, taps the wall, and he's gone. He's into he's through the barrier. This leaves it open. He gets it recovered, though. Ooh. Fantastic recovery from Gerald DeFino there. But that gives the spot up to Jake Robichaud. It was so close for sure. So now Joshua Darnell ahead of Jake Robichaud and Gerald DeFino here. Can we hold it? It's looking good. Gerald DeFino looks like he's got a little bit of I think he's bent out of shape. Got some rear damage there. Car he's got some front left damage maybe a bit. It doesn't look like he can get that car rotated cleanly. As we
keep commenting, I'll be right back.
Here, this is the final lap. Sorry, this is lap on.
This
is our final lap. It is. There we go. Joshua Darnell leads, and it's ahead of Jake Robichaud here. And Gerald DeFino, followed by Chris Loon and Jeff Cartwright. Tal Bronstein in the pits for now. Joshua Darnell rounding the final hairpin, approaching the last sector of this track, and it's Jake Robichaud just behind him. And DeFino right there as well. Jeff Cartwright jumps out into his Joker here at the last lap, comes in behind Gerald DeFino for 4th place. Chris Loonan rounds out the back. So it's Joshua Darnell over the jump, and he wins heat number 1 here, followed by Jake Robichaud with a clean and a great race from him. And Gerald DeFino battling some mistakes, but manages to get that car home, followed by Jeff Cartwright and Chris Loonan in the Ford in number 86. A great heat race here to finish things off. Excellent win from Joshua Darnell, as expected. So he'll move on to the feature race with Jake Robichaud. They've got great field position there as we get ready for heat number 2. Zachary Goddard, Ed Boyles Jr., Eric Dubois, Daryl Young, and Kevin Garcia. This one's going to be excellent. It's been good here on the starts. Drivers have been incredibly respectful. We'll see if that continues here as we have our lone buggy out there on the field.
Oh, we have a VW now?
We do.
Oh, awesome.
It really is great. It's really nice to see Ed Boyles Jr. keep that alive as we round it up. It's a green flag, and it's way and away here for, oh boy, Zachary Goddard moves in. There he goes. It's going to be tight there. Eric Dubois dives into 2nd place. It's almost side by side here with Daryl Young and Kevin Garcia for that 3rd position. Really close as Zachary Goddard and Eric Dubois. Eric Dubois jumps off into his Joker and takes it on that first lap. It's almost a calamity in the Joker as Daryl Young gets to get a bit loose, and followed by Ed Boyles Jr. there into the Joker. So there's 3 drivers out and away on their first lap, just getting it done. As we have it in Kevin Garcia. Oh, wow. Boy, Kevin Garcia gets turned in front of Zachary Goddard, and Zachary Goddard just Kevin Garcia, goes around and around. Wow.
I'm going to run that one back.
Let's do it. Wow. Unbelievable here. Kevin Garcia comes out loose and gets in front, and it's just incredible. I've never seen contact so crazy, but he got hooked up at the right moment. The right angle, the perfect grip. You're right. Sent that around. Super dramatic crash here in heat number 2 as Kevin Garcia now jumps off into his Joker. This Subaru just struggling to make it around the track. So Eric Dubois so far.
Incident didn't seem to upset Goddard at all. He's right in the pack. He's right on there. He did Joker last lap. That's
He did.
okay.
He did. He's still in it. He's still in it.
He still had a Joker to go. He does not.
No, as he's got Ed Boyles Jr. a little bit loose ahead of him in this battle up here against Darrell Young. This could be beneficial for Zachary Goddard if he holds on here. Both of these drivers now taking very different lines here on the backstretch. And it's just Eric Dubois' race to lose here at the moment if he can keep this clean. Both drivers a little bit deep. Both Darrell Young and Ed Boyles. Ed Boyles taps him on the rear quarter over the jump, and a little bit more contact here into turn one as this just opens the door wide for Zachary Goddard. He goes in, takes away one position here as there's not much time left to go. We're approaching the final lap. There's not a lot left, but this transfer spot is here. Oh, it's and a lockup from Darrell Young gives it to him. And that's a completed pass into the inside of Darrell Young, but he can't make it happen. Just gets into the way of Darrell. Oh, Ed Boyles Jr. sends him into the wall there with contact. So Zachary Goddard takes that position and regains that transfer spot as we round the final lap. It's Eric Dubois, our leader here, ahead of Zachary Goddard. This is not what we were expecting here, but great patience from Eric Dubois on a first lap Joker sets him up fantastically for this last lap charge. There may not be enough left for him in the tank as all of our drivers here quite spread out. It is really a matter of keeping focus and getting your laps in. Eric Dubois rounds the last couple of corners here in the 000 for Slaypex Racing Subaru. Oh, there has been a ton of movement. Everyone in a different position as he just gently over the jump to win heat number 2 here and solidify a position in that feature race ahead of Zachary Goddard and Darrell Young and Ed Boyles Jr. and Kevin Garcia to round out that top 5. What a dramatic and wild heat race. A little bit of a crash there. I'm sure Kevin Garcia will get that Subaru righted for the semifinal as we get ready here now for heat number 3. And it is going to be Matthew Grove ahead of Matthew Morris, Klaus Kreutzer, Olivier Rateau, and Steven Morrow. Another great lineup here. Healthy mix of Fords and Subarus as our drivers just await Matthew Morris here in the 364. Driver's been very respectful yet again in that first lap. It's been very gentle contact, other than that little issue in the hairpin. Let's see if we can get it done here again for our final heat of the evening. They're lightening it up. Lights are red. Drivers are ready. We're green. Great start from Matthew Grove on the inside. And if he can keep this and keep it tight, it's a great start for him. That inside line has been super strong all evening long. Matthew Morris, nice and tight in behind. Klaus Kreutzer right in third as we round that first corner. It's deep onto the inside for Matthew Morris, and he's going for it. Matthew Grove a little bit deep on the outside, and that almost forces him to go for a first lap Joker, and he's our only one of the evening that will do so, and he's a little bit loose in the entry of it. So it's a little bit of a messy entry for Matthew Grove. Can he make it up with that clean track? Matthew Morris is technically, we'll call it our provisional leader. We'll see how this enters. He's a little bit loose on that hairpin. He's being chased down by Klaus Kreutzer now and Olivier Rateau. It's a tight little battle here. Kreutzer is keeping him incredibly honest now. Nice and tight. He's a little bit, oh boy. That's a bit of a mistake there for Matthew Morris. He goes a bit deep in that final corner, gives Klaus a little bit of an opportunity here. Round these first couple corners after the jump. He is. He's got a decent line. He's chasing hard. Losing a little bit of time in that intersector here as Matty Grove looking great out there out front for now. The gap's sitting at about 11 seconds though, so we'll see. We're about to find out how tight that gap is.
Steven Morrow. We're going to go look back at that.
Let's have a look. He's forced a Joker as well too. Oh yeah.
He just missed turn 1. Big spin.
Oh, missed it big time. Looks like over the jump there. So yeah, that's easy to do, especially if you get bumped a certain way. That suspension can just kind of catch you off guard. Sometimes you don't quite land that weight right.
Klaus is
as it looks like Klaus tries to make the pass on Matthew Morris and slams him into the Joker. So that's a forced Joker for Matthew Morris as well. I'm sure he didn't want to, and he's fighting some damage already. You can see that.
Matthew Morris.
Absolutely a broken car there. He can't be happy about that. That's going to give Matthew Grove a huge advantage out front here. That gap has increased to 2 seconds now after all of our Jokers are taken except for Olivier Rateau. So Olivier Rateau, I think, not quite in striking distance to make that gap for third. But we'll check it again here. As
He's
it
only 8
looks
seconds
like,
back. He might be able to pull it off.
It's possible. That would be certainly salt on the wound for Matthew Morris here in this heat race, as he will likely have to go fight for his life in a semifinal here. Matthew Grove rounds the jump to take the final lap. He's leading here with the white flag to go. Big shout out to Lane and Riley. If you guys are watching Dad here, let's get some cheers going, as it's the last lap, and he sets the fastest with a 36.956. Great lap here for Matthew Grove, as all he has to do now is focus, and he's got himself a win in this heat and those bonus points to go with it. Klaus Kreutzer hanging on here in the number 77, the Subaru. He's very tight behind, just in case, but it's looking like a second place victory for him, as Olivier Rateau pips Matthew Morris cleanly with quite a bit of gap in that Joker on the final lap. So salt on the wound definitely poured for Matthew Morris, as he's going to take home fourth here, as Matthew Grove takes that jump as our winner in heat number 3 here tonight, ahead of Klaus Kreutzer, Olivier Rateau, Matthew Morris, and Stephen Moreau. And at the end, great win, Matthew Grove. Fantastic showing. Those Fords strong here tonight, and it's showing. Those heat races, have they been won by Fords all night except for one? I mean, that's at least 2 out of 3. So, I mean, there's a good percentage. I can't remember if it was a Ford that won that second heat or not. It's been way too exciting here as we get ready for our semifinal race. Get that track cleaned up for the boys and get ready here to go.
Someone's doing burnouts.
Someone's having fun, and it's Matthew Grove, rightfully so. I would be too.
Back here.
Great
what
win.
Is going on?
Absolutely, he is. As our semifinal round is ready to go, Gerald DeFino ahead of Olivier Rateau, Ed Boyles Jr., Chris Lunan, and Matthew Morris sitting in that final position. He's going to need a miracle to come back from that little incident in his heat race, as we await those 2 drivers. It is a tough, tough track, Iowa. It can swallow you up and spit you out in lap 1, especially if you're a little bit aggressive, as drivers start to round it up. Lights are red, engines are roaring. Here we go. Semi-final action. Oh, there we go. And it's a great, great launch from Olivier Rateau on the outside, and he takes over Gerald DeFino, but he doesn't get it in the second phase. Gerald DeFino gave him a bit of a bump, moves him out of the way, says, I'm here, as we go side by side with Olivier Rateau and Ed Boyles Jr. over the toe. A little bit of a bump there from Olivier Rateau to Ed Boyles Jr. as Chris Lunan surges in the end. And really, Matthew Morris takes another little incident on the inside, as it looks like we have Ed Boyles Jr. and Gerald DeFino out and away on Jokers on lap 1. So that leaves Olivier Rateau and Chris Lunan here battling it out on the track on natural lap times.
Yeah, we got nice 2 little run groups here. DeFino and Boyles. So DeFino and Rateau are going to have the best clean air to run in. If I was Rateau, I'd be saving for last lap.
Yeah, at this point, he's got the clean air at the moment. Put your head down, get some good laps in. He blew a little bit wide on the exit of turn 1, but he makes up for it if he can get a good. You need to stay on the outside here. Pips a bit of the bump. He's bleeding a little bit of time here to Ed Boyles. Sorry,
Chris Lunan.
Chris Lunan, getting my bearings here. My bad, a lot of Jokers out on the track, but Chris Lunan's making a little bit of a charge here late. Olivier Rateau a bit loose on the exit. A bit wide is Lunan, but he's got a bit of a run here. Late on the brakes is Lunan, takes him on the inside. There's a little bit of a rear tire lift from Olivier Rateau. Super deep on the brakes, as it is a tough,
Morris
tough
making his way into the picture too. Morris with the fastest
He's
lap.
hungry. He is super hungry. Pushed out of the way in turn 2, and just a little bit of a calamity, getting deep into a bit of a battle. A little love tap for Chris Lunan, let him know he's there. That's a good way to make a driver sweat. He gets the weight transfer wrong, sends it to the right.
If I was Morris, I would have jokered that lap. You just had the fastest lap. You're coming up onto these 2 guys. Go get your clean air.
Yeah, just clear them. Stop trying to chase them down. I agree. So now that small mistake bleeds a little bit of valuable time here, as Gerald DeFino still out of the way.
Not allow him to advance past 5th.
Yeah, that's rough. It really
is
rough.
Now.
He's got one. But he's got one.
Yeah,
he's sitting in 3rd.
How fast he can go. But he's got like 2 seconds he's got to put on these guys.
Yeah, and he has to make some passes too in the meantime, so it's going to be a very, very tall order here tonight. as it's Gerald DeFino out and away here just a little bit ahead of Ed Boyles Jr. on the final lap. Matthew Morris is in third. He's hungry for that spot, but it's going to be a tall order with Olivier Rateau and Chris Lunan battling it out for fourth in the back of the pack. Gerald DeFino rounds a hairpin. All these a little bit conservative there as we got Olivier Rateau and Chris Lunan jumping out into the Joker ahead of Matthew Morris in third and fourth here, and it could be a deep battle here. Olivier Rateau really deep. Locks it up, gives a little bit of a spot away, but it's still going to be Gerald DeFino who wins ahead of Ed Boyles Jr. Olivier Rateau and Chris Lunan make contact at the line, but it's going to be Olivier Rateau ahead of Chris Lunan, battling fervently right to the finish over the jump. Love to see that.
That's the way to end it.
That is an absolute way to end it.
Race.
No fear, as we round out our semifinal round. Incredible performance. As we have another semifinal in here, it looks like. Ooh, we had enough drivers for 2 semifinals. This is incredible. Look at that. So we've got Daryl Young and Jeff Cartwright ahead of Stephen Moreau, Kevin Garcia, and Tal Bronstein for our second semifinal of the evening with the top 2 transfer. Waiting on Stephen Moreau here. He is on the line. We are ready to go. Drivers are firing it up. Lights are red for the second semifinal of the evening. And it's a great launch from Jeff Cartwright. Can he get him in the second phase? He's on the outside, that inside line. Very favorable this evening. Tal Bronstein smacks the wall in the entry, though. Gives a little bit of a contact to Kevin Garcia there. Forces them side by side with Daryl Young. A little bit wide on the outside. Jeff comes to the inside there. Keeps it very respectful. He's waiting for another day. That's the right move. Let's keep it clean through lap 1 as Tal Bronstein tries to joker on the first lap. Slams the wall. Gets that car turned around. He's having a hard time getting it the other way there too, Brian.
He's broken that car.
Oh, boy! We've got some contact up ahead. Jeff Cartwright gets absolutely obliterated by Daryl Young, who gets incredibly loose on the exit of hairpin there. Now he's having some trouble at the other. Oh, in the final sector, almost gets back onto the track and ahead of Stephen Morrow.
Let's go back and see what happened to Cartwright.
Yeah, let's go back and see that. That was brutal. Daryl Young gets a little loose, comes out in front of Jeff Garcia and slams him into the wall. It is toast.
I'm surprised it's running.
I am too. The front bumper looked like it came off, went flying. So, he's got some front damage, no doubt. So this is a wild second semifinal here as Kevin Garcia leads it after our first lap ahead of Daryl Young and Jeff Cartwright. Stephen Moreau, Tal Bronstein in the end here, battling some issues in that Joker there. So Kevin Garcia in the 505, keeping it clean so far. Yeah, he's keeping it very clean so far. So been a factor in not getting into any issues or calamities or getting too greedy on our first lap. That first sector, very, very tough. We've talked about it all night here. This sector on this track, those first few turns, you got to be very, very careful. You have to know who you're racing with to a T if you want to start doing some tandem stuff. Really, it's a file in behind and fight for another day kind of track, or take it out in strategy with that huge delta. Kevin Garcia still leads here ahead of Daryl Young and Steve Moreau. It's pretty tame at the moment. All of our drivers are quite spread out and really running their own lap as Joker strategies all done from all of our drivers now. So they're taking it out on the track. Kevin Garcia is getting ready to cap over the finish line. Start our final lap here. Little bit loose on the brakes there on entry, getting a bit wobbly. Over the jump, clean to take the white flag here is Kevin Garcia. Up 3 positions here tonight. Looking fantastic ahead of Daryl Young, Stephen Moreau, and Jeff Cartwright, and Tal Bronstein in the back there, seemingly having a little bit of issues with that Subaru and that damage, along with Jeff Cartwright. Jeff Cartwright doing his best to keep this thing on the course and doing quite a good job indeed. Considering how hard he smacked that wall. Kevin Garcia comes out of the hairpin.
It's incredible. I thought I saw the engine blow for sure.
Unreal. Tal Bronstein in the final corner there, parked off the side of the track. Kevin Garcia rounds the final corner over the jump. Clean takes the win here in semifinal 2 and transfers on tonight ahead of Daryl Young, who will get that second transfer spot and be our last driver to make it into the feature this evening. Best of the rest will be Stephen Moreau, Jeff Cartwright, and Tal Bronstein for the evening. And wow, that one was drama filled for certain.
Yeah. For sure.
A few drivers battling some issues. Yeah. So this track tough, very, very tough. So it'll spit you out, and it spat out a few tonight, a couple in that one. As we are going to step aside for the moment as we get our cars warmed up and ready to get some fresh dirt out on the track for our feature race this evening. Stay with us.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. Grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but Looks like Rally's gonna hold the spot.
We welcome you back to round 180 of the championship overall and round 2 of the 20th season of NASA Rallycross Contenders here in Iowa with Bryan, Sawyer in the production truck, and also next to me in the commentary box. My name is Justin Robichaud, live on the Automotive Sports Network. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is always brought to you by the Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much, Rob Hartland, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras for tonight's broadcast were brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. Thanks so much, Andrew, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing as well. Finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed is produced by Alex Abetti. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Ring that bell to be notified of our live streams on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, along with our shorts courtesy of Jess Rakowski. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone. All of our info is in our Discord at nasasimracing.com. Go to that link for your invite. Join, say hi, come in, get a roll, and see what we're all about. We're adding stuff all the time. If you are an iRacing driver, you need to be in here with us and in our streams and just having a good time. Just a good group of people. So let's go into programming notes again real quick. Next week on Saturday, got our Supers. Round 2 will be at Iowa here. Same track we are tonight, just the bigger, better field. It's just our higher I-rating drivers. And the top 3 from tonight will be carried over. And then it's the NASA Rallycross Futures, which is our farming league, essentially. We run the lights. That will begin again. Round 3 will be at IRP on the 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you will have Victor Valley and Ethan Halsey for that one. And then we'll be back again next week for Contenders in IRP to cap off this incredible season as we jump into our feature race tonight. Wow, it's been crazy. We've had the usual calamity at this track, the usual issues, nothing major. Turn 1s have been excellent so far, a little bit of bumping, but nothing you wouldn't want to see, Bryan, and nothing that isn't too untamed for Rallycross.
Yeah, turn 1's never my concern on this track. Turn 1 is you can make some pretty good passes, light contact. My concern is the last hairpin. If somebody crashes there, you're stuck because you don't know. It happened to Tom Grady last night. He probably could have had his heat win, but car hit that wall and he's trying to get around and they back up as he's coming through. Nobody's in a good spot once you get stuck there.
Yeah, no kidding. And the higher the I rating, the tighter those guys are going to want to get to the wall in that final corner, and that's where some issues start to happen. They'll bump the inside as opposed to go and blow the corner and get tight as you're seeing with these fixed setups here.
Some people see
tonight. So
some people see that high line as an opportunity to try and go low and sneak in.
Yeah,
never ends 100%. Well.
No, it doesn't. You need to be practiced on that. Have a little bit of luck or both. So very interesting indeed. As we have about another minute here. Oh boy, what we got going on? Let's see what's running in practice or warm up at the moment. Joshua Darnell sitting at the top with a 36.545. But take all this with a grain of salt. Most of these guys are either not running to their full capacity. They might be trying something new here. They're also running on a pretty worn track at this point.
Yeah.
See that surface already starting to kind of degrade away a little bit here, but Joshua Darnell looks poised to make it 2 in a row here tonight and kind of start another dominant series as we've so often had in these Contenders, these lower brackets. We seem to have one driver make an incredible leap season over season in development. Just something clicks with them and they fire on all cylinders. They really should be in the next class, but they're not quite there yet, so they come down here and they dominate. Joshua Darnell, seemingly a driver that's just going to be pushed into Supers next year if he keeps this up, and could start to match some records as well.
Yeah, he's pushing, but we got JP. Is Defino in here too? Yeah, Defino's got some pace also, so
Absolutely, and
He
so
showed
does
it a
Zachary
lot in
Goddard.
the lights and futures.
100%. And the number 29, that Subaru, if he can get some of those mistakes, some of those contenders issues out of the way, if you will, and shake those down, get some consistent laps in, I think he has a great chance as well. Always a fast lap driver, just hanging on there and behind as well. But Matthew Grove too, can't forget our champion last season, our champion-elect, or sorry, a couple seasons ago. So also another driver to keep an eye on there as well. Could benefit from any sort of issues tonight. Our feature field is going to be the biggest we've seen here tonight as we start to line it up. Joshua Darnell ahead of Eric Dubois, Matthew Grove, Jake Robichaud, Zachary Goddard, and then it's Klaus Kreutzer, Gerald DeFino, Kevin Garcia, and Ed Boyles Jr., and Daryl Young, our 10 drivers in the feature tonight. This is going to be wild. It's a very, very heavy Subaru field. We've got a couple Fords sprinkled in near the top in Darnell and Grove, and that one little bug in the back, hoping not to get squashed as we wait for a couple drivers to line up here for our feature race momentarily.
There we go. I'm trying to find the highest camera we got because it might be a mess.
Oh, it could be. There's a lot going on here. Gerald DeFino in 7th. We're just waiting for that car there on the left to just pop on, and then we will no doubt be ready to fire those lights off. I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a good race.
Lights are on.
Turn 1. Oh, here we go. DeFino did not make the start, it looks like. And it's green. Joshua Darnell, great start. Moves up onto the inside a little bit to push Dubois on the outside, but Dubois gives it up.
Oh,
Zach Goddard way into the inside, pushes his way through into 3rd. And it looks like everyone except for, looks like Matty Grove didn't make it through there at the end.
Was it? Yeah.
Like Matty Grove got kind of shoved out of the way.
Down in turn 1.
Yeah, boy, Zachary Goddard is around. Yeah, we had a couple drivers force the joker. Looks like Jake Robichaud is one of them, and Eric Dubois, another. Eric Dubois has been jokering on that first lap all night long, though, so not a real big surprise there. Oh boy, you got something from lap 1? We'll go back and take a look at that.
Oh boy, a lot happened there. Let's see if I can pull it. Let's try that.
To spread out just for a moment. There's not much that went on here. Zachary Goddard made a charge to the inside and pushed a bunch of drivers out of the way. Yeah. That's when Matt Grove got spun around.
Yeah, unfortunately,
yeah, right rear, just
going
stuck.
4 wide in there. It's not gonna work.
No, a lot of joker action happening now. We've got 2 that filed in. Now it's a huge battle for 3rd. 2nd, rather. Klaus gets a little bit loose over the jump. He's going to have to abort. He does. He goes way past Klaus Kreutzer, who makes a huge mistake, gives up a few positions there. Kevin Garcia smacks the curb in that double left-hander.
Going for his 2nd joker.
2nd. He's away now. Off and away. Holding the first position temporarily now with his strategy done. Absolutely. Joshua Darnell.
Darnell's coming through with his first as well.
He's coming through now. So Josh, just a few seconds behind Jake Robichaud. 5.5 roughly is the Delta timer at the moment as Jake Robichaud leads lap number 4 here ahead of Joshua Darnell. But it's 1 joker away for Darnell, I think, to take that lap away from Robichaud. So he'll hold it for the moment as Joshua Darnell stays on the track. And it's Jake Robichaud, Joshua Darnell, Zachary Goddard ahead of Eric Dubois, Kevin Garcia, Ed Boyles Jr., Daryl Young, Klaus Kreutzer, and Matthew Grove. Unfortunately,
I'd say, Justin, this track,
up there.
Especially with 2 jokers, makes it the hardest on the surface to figure out who is actually in the lead. I mean, we got Jake up there right now. We got Dubois up there right now, but we got Garcia. Dubois only got 1. I guess he passed Jake somehow. Did not see that.
Yeah, he actually, Derek Dubois fired off his second joker right there and took that position away from Robichaud.
So then we got Darnell. We got Darnell with 1, and he's only about 6 seconds behind on the lead, but he's going to go fourth to 1st.
Yeah, very similar to Atlanta as well.
Yes.
It can be a little difficult at times at the start to see who naturally owns that lead, but I think it's going to be Joshua Darnell. If I'm looking at the track now and I'm seeing who's got what, I think Ed Boyles Jr. Ooh, Ed Boyles now might have it.
We got Boyles and Garcia here on screen. If they start fighting each other, that's just going to be. Actually, I don't think if you're Darnell, I don't think you want this unless you can get clear out. Darnell going to go. Darnell's going to go. Yep. Darnell saw that happen. He said, "No, I'm not. I don't want any. I don't want any part of that."
No way. Ed Boyles, yeah, gave a bit of a hip check there to Kevin Garcia. Kevin Garcia very, very loose on the exit of that first sector. So easy to do. You get a little overzealous. Actually, look from the exit of his hairpin there, he might be battling a little bit of setup or suspension problems. A little bit of damage from some issues earlier. Absolutely. Joshua Darnell fires off his second Joker, takes the lead now.
Looking at old Joker strategy, last three haven't gone. Well, Young and Grove haven't gone yet, but Grove's out of the race effectively. We got Klaus in the back there. One. Young has neither. Young might be able to pick six.
He might, yeah. After that one,
I would
he
say
just
they're effectively in order now.
Yeah, pretty much right here, as Joshua Darnell is going to round off lap number 8 here. And that is ahead of Eric Dubois and Jake Robichaud right there in third. Ed Boyles, Zachary Goddard, Kevin Garcia, Daryl Young, Klaus Kreutzer rounding off the top 8 with Matthew Grove. All out of the server now. That car, too much damage. It's probably what I would do too by the time you get out on the track. Not much left.
If you're listening, you always make me proud. I was very proud of your move. Getting messages on the side, Justin.
Getting messages.
I'll let him know publicly.
There's a lot going on here today. A lot going on.
Yeah, we got Robichaud and Dubois here battling for second. Last lap duel here. Your dad was real good yesterday about trying to throw it real tight in on 1 and 2 here. He might be able to pull it out on Dubois.
Oh, and they're too nice to each other. Dubois will probably just mess up and give it to him here in a second and go, just go, just have it. As he, look at that. He makes a bit of a mistake there, and that's probably exactly what's going on. Oh, he's going to fight back for it. Take the inside, goes a bit wide. It's a switchback. And Jake Robichaud takes it for second place here as Joshua Darnell is crossing the finish line here to start the final lap tonight. And it's Jake Robichaud and Eric Dubois. Oh, Dubois makes a mistake in the final corner there. So easy to do. Yeah, it gives that up entirely. This battle almost completely fizzled out, barring a mistake. Great recovery there from Jake Robichaud in the second corner as he rounds out nice and smooth. Great in that Subaru here tonight. And Daryl Young, he's our only driver that hasn't taken his Joker. He's going to file out here. I'm going to see where he ends up really quickly, but it's Joshua Darnell that's coming out.
Maybe 6th, I'm thinking.
Doesn't take it.
Doesn't take it.
Interesting. So.
All right. Well,
he doesn't take a second Joker there. That's a bit of a missed opportunity as Joshua Darnell wins here. Ahead of, Joshua Darnell is our winner tonight. That's second in a row ahead of Jake Robichaud and Eric Dubois on the podium. We're going to get to talk to my dad here tonight. And then it's Ed Boyles Jr.
Awesome.
in fourth ahead of Zachary Goddard, Kevin Garcia, Daryl Young, Klaus Kreutzer, and Matthew Grove is our top 9 drivers this evening. Fireworks are going off here in Iowa. It was a great night race as always. Joshua Darnell, a commanding 7.5 second lead ahead of Jake Robichaud. That second place battle was very spicy right up to the end. And wow, unbelievable. It was definitely like a cup mixing match for a little bit to see who was going to come away with it. But that's fantastic. Looks like Joshua Darnell, Jake Robichaud, and Eric Dubois can get those invites to our Supers race. And very happy about it. I'm sure they all are. We're going to try and get our drivers up here slowly into the pen. We'll watch our drivers have a little bit of fun here as we wait for drivers to make it down to the media pen here for interviews. All right, looks like everybody is ready to go. So we're going to get Eric Dubois. Eric.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
What a race. So talk me through that one. Joker strategy, you got it out really early all night here tonight. Was that your strategy going forward? Is that what you like to do here?
I was at one of those tracks where Joker strategy is paramount. Anybody who races regularly in the series knows it. First race, my heat race, I was lucky enough where Zach's faster than I am. and I had to strategize, and I was able to put maybe a little experience before speed there because I was able to stay in his tail and read whether or not he was going to joker, and I took the opportunity for the clean air, and it paid off immensely. And then I just was watching my relative and minding my deltas in the feature, just trying to make sure to maintain as much clean air in front of me as possible. And God, those 3,000 something starts I have in in Rallycross are really starting to pay off in that regard. So
Oh boy.
it's a good feeling. I'm not fast here, and to win a heat and to a podium like this 2 weeks in a row when I've basically never done it in league racing. I can't even describe. There's no words for it.
It's awesome, buddy, and you're getting an invite to that race on Saturday as well, so you're going to get to compete yet again and get some crucial points.
Man,
over
it's
there, so.
what a turnaround this season. I am beside
Fantastic.
myself. Hey guys, I know you got a couple more interviews. Big shout out to you guys at ASN. Everybody in the broadcast teams for the lights for Contenders, you and Bryan. Everybody loves Mertz. Everybody at NASA, everybody that races, everybody that puts in the work there. Everybody at iRacing for putting together something that we get to compete like this on. Big shout out to Robichaud. I forgot him last week. I wouldn't have anything near the pace I have without that kid. He's my best friend, and he's been a real mentor. So wanted to make sure I got him if I got on an interview again. James Watson, Team Watson Racing Setups, TWRSsetups.com. Best RX setups and more. Come join the community. It's a great thing. NASASimRacing.com. Matty Grove, all my teammates over there. Slapex Racing. What a night.
Dude,
oh,
excellent.
and my beautiful wife, for putting up with so much of me sitting in this seat. She's fantastic.
Cannot forget the better half, my friend. Cannot forget the better half.
Podium. Oh, God.
Eric, always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you.
And good luck on Saturday. And maybe we'll chat with you again in the booth next week. Great third place tonight. Enjoy it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Eric Dubois, our third place driver tonight. And we're going to bring up my dad and second place driver tonight, Jake Robichaud. Dad. Hey.
What's up?
Look at this, my friend. Great racing tonight. You had that Subaru under control, my friend. Played a little bit on that early Joker strategy too. I like it. Just kind of sat out there alone. Talk me through your race.
I was successful in the heat race last night, kind of keeping some clean air. So when I saw some traffic coming up, I thought, well, let's get into Joker. I've got pace. If I can keep my nose down, keep my head ahead, and everything these guys do here at Slapex, a lot of practice, a lot of time put in, a lot of effort. Great guys, super fun.
It shows. Who'd you like to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank everybody here at Slapex Racing, all my teammates, Eric, Maddie, everybody. Maddie Morris is back tonight. We got some new guys on board, so a lot of training going to happen. Really like to thank my wife. I spend a lot of time in here as well. Your mom puts up a lot of crap. She's in bed because my bedroom door is closed. So super fun. We're getting there. We're coming along.
It's awesome. You are getting that invite to the Saturday race. You're going to race with those supercars. So you're excited. You got some practice now at this track. You're going to get to hit it again with those supers. You looking forward to it?
I'm working.
Well, no, you're working. You might have to try and trade some shifts.
Well, I'm working somebody else's shift now.
Yeah. Well, oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Well, still, regardless, a great P2 here. You get some pretty crucial points. Keep that drive alive. It's still early in this season, and hopefully we can see you up here again.
Yep, for sure. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for you guys too, for everything you guys do at ASN, NASA, all you guys, leadership team, production team, Bryan, you guys. It's a lot of work. Takes a lot of effort. It's a team effort for sure, boys.
Yeah. Thanks so much. And have a good one, Dad. Enjoy that win.
Thank you.
Jake Robichaud, second place tonight. Great performance all night long, but it's Joshua Darnell who ran away with it tonight. 7.5 second lead ahead of the competition, and did it with ease. Talk me through your race, my friend.
So Heat 1, I'm sure, as you guys remember, was quite terrifying.
It was.
But Eric in my ear telling me just to keep my head down. He immediately brought me right back to reality, which was really nice. Told me just to get he basically just slapped me right in the face and was like, "You gotta get right back into it. Let's go."
Nice.
So I really got to shout out to Eric. He's a great friend, a great teammate to have. When it came down to the feature, I felt Iowa was my favorite track, if that's not obvious. But when it came to the feature at the start, I knew that if I could just have a really strong start, that I could more than likely pull away with it. And I was able to bring it out tonight. The sun just shined on me. I'm not going to say it wasn't hard work, but there's always some luck that throws into it.
Absolutely. And Rallycross too, no doubt. The first lap's crazy at times, and sometimes you get the other end of that. So I totally feel that.
For sure. It just things worked out in my favor again tonight. And it was an amazing race. It was a good showing by basically everybody. It was a ton of fun. I put in a ton of practice. I probably have over like 1,000 laps on this track. So
yeah, I know that favorite lap or that favorite track feeling for sure.
Yeah, like it's the I like tracks that all focus just on the car's acceleration. That's what Iowa is. Like it's just sharp turns and
technical,
really short straights.
Dancing with the throttle and stuff.
Basically,
absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Love that. Josh, you're dominating again this year, though. Do you have that record in sights, or are you just kind of keeping that in your back pocket, not worrying about it, and just having fun?
Cody Cosgrove and Matthew Lindy are both, I would consider, friends of mine. So as I don't want to talk about taking the record. I don't want to jinx anything. Right now, we're just going to take it one race at a time. We're not going to say anything. Anything can happen. Anyone can come back. Yeah. Eric has shown incredible pace. Jake showed really good pace today. It basically comes down to what it's feeling like for me at this point is I just can't make a mistake. And if I mess up, then for sure there's going to be someone who's going to take advantage of it. Goddard just got the bad end of the stick tonight. For sure, it seemed like he was extremely fast, was having me really nervous. I've raced him in a couple of officials, and he's always shown good pace. I'm excited to see what he can bring next season, or next race, I mean.
We talked about that a little bit tonight too. If he can shake some of those issues, he's absolutely a player in here. So
1,000%, yeah. He's a good racer.
Excellent. I love it.
Joshua.
Brian, you had something, didn't you?
Yeah. Record be damned, Joshua. I want you to take this car to get its first. Oh, I am muted. Yeah. I think I'm coming. I'm coming through on my side. Hold on. I am muted. Joshua, record be damned. I just want you to take the Ford to its first victory, its first championship.
Baby, that's what we're looking to do, Brian. Okay,
that would be pretty
Ford
awesome.
All the way. I'm tired of Subaru. Look, it's time for America to rise up again. Okay.
Well, I'm a diehard Subi guy. I love that Subaru. Ever since making the move over to it.
VW's won. It's Ford's time.
It's Ford's time, baby. Yeah. It's Ford's time to shine, and I'm bringing it to it. God willing, everything going my way. I'm definitely looking to do a Ford. I'm definitely trying to bring home the championship for Ford this season.
Sweet. Love to see it. You excited for Saturday's race, Josh?
I literally can't wait. I am stoked for Saturday's race. I love racing with the pro guys. I'm so happy to have Lindy back, like my old rival. I learned so much just from being behind him that it's nice to like have someone. Yeah. I feel like I can take it to him. Like now it's like we're just consistently pushing each other to get faster. And there's so much fucking respect between. There's so much respect between the two of us that it just every race is fun. And like when we were doing supers the other day, after I got the consolation win, he's like, I didn't want to pass you dirty. I wanted to do you clean. He was like, great race. He was so happy that I made the feature in supers. It's so nice to have him back and not be on the team too. I love Lindy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I had a similar partner in Savian Ragster who kind of pushed me and helped me get quicker. And those on track battles were fierce and the practices were very, very not violent, but they were aggressive.
Just constant, man. Like back to like just exchanging blows. Like that's what I love. And I can't like to get back in the supers and race against Athena again, someone else who also pushes me to consistently be on my best. It's really exciting. I'm looking forward to going up against them again.
Oh, dude. And you got good pace. You got good pace here. Your best tonight, 36.566. I think if I'm reading the timing screen correct, that's pretty good. I don't remember what the benchmark is for supers. I don't think it's very.
I know
far
Evan's
off
throwing
that,
down
though.
35s like it's hotcakes. So
Evan's an alien, but
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
so, you can't compare
he's a little
yourself to
below
other
the
people,
benchmark.
right?
A little below the benchmark,
Yeah,
but yeah. You're not far off, man. You're half a
my-
second, and you know what? You can make up a lot of that with the setup. So
Yeah, true that. My Evan and TWRS have been great with the setups. They always seem to shave at least 4.4 or 0.5 seconds off your lap. So it's awesome to have like Evan, the mastermind behind them all, doing like all the work. He puts in so many hours just to, especially for cars he doesn't drive, right? Like he makes amazing Ford setups that I just jump into, and not like they're perfect. So big shout out to Evan. I can't wait to use his setup. I was playing around with it earlier. Lindy, Marcos, and I, we all had a little like practice session before this race to kind of get me warmed up, but I think we were all just having fun and they were just in there for shits and giggles. But I
it
like
works
to think
both
they did it
ways
for me.
sometimes. Hey, yeah, no worries. Yeah.
And then
I know.
Lindy and I were pushing each other the entire practice race, and it really got my head right for battles tonight.
Yeah, I love it. Get you in the state of mind.
It really just like it got me used to defending, because I had just been doing hot laps, so like I wasn't defending my line at all. So like to have someone who was on my bumper consistently like 0.4 seconds behind me, it was like I had to be pixel perfect.
Yeah, that pressure is something.
100%.
Getting used to it is huge. Absolutely.
And
Josh,
yeah.
Well, who would you like to thank
Sorry.
tonight before we let you go? Oh, you're fine, buddy. You're fine. You're fine. Let's get your thank yous before we let you go this evening.
I want to thank all of my family, my brother, my mom, my dad for tuning in. Vance for his support back at my house, back at the apartment. All my friends at Micro Center and all my other friends on Discord, all my loved ones. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for everyone who stopped by to watch, and thank you Justin and Bryan for putting on an amazing show. I don't know how you guys do it. And all the admins too, Ed Boyles, Jake Robichaud, and Matty Grove for always being on top of resetting the sessions, and Eric's one of the admins too. I love you all, and thank you everybody for tuning in. Justin, Bryan, I can't wait to go back and watch the broadcast. You guys do an amazing job every single week.
Oh, thanks so much, Josh, and enjoy that win, buddy. Looking forward to seeing you rip and tear again here on Saturday at a pretty good track for you. So rooting for you, buddy, and go get it, man. Enjoy this win again.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, Josh. Have a good night.
Thank you. Oh boy! All right, let's. What do we got here? Results. Let's check that. Those results. Let's check the results again. Do our little confirmation. It's Joshua Darnell, ahead of Jake Robichaud, Eric Dubois, Ed Boyles Jr. in fourth, and it's Zachary Goddard in fifth after some issues there, but a strong performance nonetheless. Kevin Garcia, Daryl Young, Klaus Kreutzer, Matthew Grove, and Gerald Lafino round out the top 10 for our feature race. So, driver's points. They updated, Bryan. We all good? Oh,
they're updated. This is accounting for a drop week, so it's a little weird looking.
Okay, that's what we're seeing here. So, drop week accounted for is Joshua Darnell with 28, Matthew Grove 22. So that does not change at all, but it's a huge jump up for Jake Robichaud. He moves 4 positions and now sits third in the driver standings after a great P2 tonight with 22 points. So he ties Matt Grove actually. So he's a good performance away from taking P2. It's Eric Dubois just narrowly behind with 20 points. He's down 1 position in the fourth. And then JP Divino, Ed Boyles Jr., Zachary Goddard, Olivier Rateau, Kevin Garcia, and Klaus Kreutzer. Zachary Goddard, a notable jump, 4 positions up, and Klaus with 5 positions up to jump into the 10th with a good performance today. So it's still really early in the season. A lot of moving can happen. We're going to see that ticker change a lot more next week as that drop week continues to get accounted for. And it's Slapex Racing Ford with 100 points even at the top. It's a good 41 point gap here ahead of Saints and Sinners Racing Subaru by TWRS. They stay in second. Then it's Slapex Racing Subaru powered by TWRS in third. That's basically TWRS 1, 2, 3 yet again, with Vice Motorsports moving up a position into fourth, and Turtle Motorsports moving up 3 to sit in fifth. That drops Mika Esport down to 6, 2 positions, and Red Beaver Racing Slapex Racing Ford moves up 1, 2 down 3, and in 10th TWR Subi Squad jumps up 11 positions with a good showing tonight from one driver. I'd have to go check the stat sheet to tell you who, but that's a great jump. We'll keep an eye on that here all season long. So, manufacturer points, Ford now still sitting nice and heavy at the top thanks to Joshua Darnell, so it's 56 over Subaru's 40 with VW sitting there in 3. I think it's just Ed Boyle.
They're on the board.
So. He's there, though. It's in there. You're right. All right. Quickly, one more time, we'll hit our programming notes. You will not want to miss the Supers race on Saturday. That is Saturday the 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a wild one here at Iowa in our top 3 tonight. Well, we may have to give Ed Boyles Jr. our 4th place that entry with Jake Robichaud confirming that he will not be able to race there, but our top 3 entries from tonight will go race there and battle it out with our higher I-rating drivers in the battle for the Supercars class. Then it's the Futures on 15th, the day after, on Sunday. We're going to go to Lucas Oil, and then Lights will be on the 15th. That'll be immediately after the Lights at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then Contenders on Monday night, the 16th. Next week, we'll be here again. We will also be at Lucas Oil. That's going to be a fun one. I love Lucas Oil. It's a great track, and it's going to be under the lights as well, yet again. So, the NASA Row, going to go over our sponsor plugs. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Cameras for tonight's broadcast were brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And finally, our intro music for the NASA World Feed was produced by Oxford. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and ring that bell to be notified of our live streams on Sunday, Monday, and Saturday, along with our shorts, courtesy of Jess Rakowski. If you like to race in NASA, we've got something for everyone. Hit us up at nasasimracing.com. Get an invite to our Discord. Come say hi and choose something for you. Final thoughts, Bryan? No? Have you muted?
I'm sitting here talking with no microphone on. Yeah, it was good. You caught me off guard. Like I said, it was actually pretty good. A lot of it came down to just Joker strategy and maintaining your clean air, just driving it nice and smooth.
Keeping it clean, yeah, essentially. Yeah, so the Joker strategy is always fun to watch here, too. So I love a track with a good, long Joker Delta. It's quite fun. It mixes things up, keeps things interesting. But fantastic race overall, as the checkered flag has fallen on the evening. From all of us at the Automotive Sports Network, from Jess Rakowski, Victor Valley, Cody Erdman, Ethan Halsey, Josh Mertz, and Bryan Sawyer, my name is Justin Robichaud. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage of NASA Rallycross Contenders from Iowa. We congratulate our winner, Joshua Darnell, for his 2nd win in a row this evening. We'll see if he can make it 3 next week, and be sure to join us this Saturday for Supercars, also in Iowa. But until then, take care, everyone.